What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? It's D Gibbs Takes. We're back with another video. We're back. What is it? July 18th is Saturday, right? We're back. Today we're gonna be reacting to the biggest winners and losers of the 2026 NBA Summer League. So the biggest winners and the biggest losers. Let's get into it. Without further ado, I don't got nothing to say, so just get into it.
NBA Summer League coming to a close, I wanted to give my biggest winners and losers from this year in Vegas. And just because I have someone as a winner or a loser doesn't mean they're going to be the best or an absolute bust this season. It just means that they performed a bit better or worse than I expected heading into Summer League. So let's jump
Let's
into
do
it.
it. Let's do it. Let's do
We
it.
can all agree that the top 4 picks from this year's draft
Yeah,
were all winners this summer.
they've all been pretty good.
Jacob Banton needed just 2 outings to convince the Washington Wizards. He had nothing left to prove after.
Yeah, I think he's good. Feel like he has the athleticism. He got the skill, but I mean, he can get better, of course. He's the number one pick. He can get better, of course. He plays off a lot of ball screens. Right. I feel like he shouldn't have the ball in his hands too much. I feel like he should be a normal wing, a traditional wing. Okay, we get the guard, give you the ball, you make a play. You know, you can pull up, you get off the bounce, you make plays, but have him come off ball screens, bring the ball up the court. I mean, it didn't look like he would excel that much in that regard. But he has Trae Young on his team this year, so that role probably will change. But he's a good player, and he definitely has the tools athletically. He has the skills to be good in this league, so I like him.
Averaging 25 points and looking like the best player on the floor in both of the games that he played. Then you have Darren Peterson,
Darren Peterson. It's obvious. Like those first couple of games in Utah Summer League, it was obvious he's a natural born scorer. He can get to it. He can get to it, boy. I don't have too many concerns for him. He's gonna fit in well with that Keontae George lineup. He's gonna fit good alongside him. Um, he might need to improve his shot selection a little bit. Sometimes it can be a little off. It could be early shot clock, or he could just take tough shots for no reason, which isn't that could easily be fixed. You know, if you making a tough shots, like we're not gonna say nothing. So not too many things to talk about with him, and he can play make a little bit too. So yeah, I've nothing really to say bad about him.
definitely struggled with his efficiency, but was still
Efficiency.
extremely impressive with his creation and tough shot making while still
Yeah,
averaging over 20 points per
he
game.
takes a lot of
Then
tough
there's
ones.
Cameron Boozer,
He's a winner. You know, he's gonna make the winning plays. He don't have to be the most polished player or the player that looks the best. You know, appeal wise, but he can play. He makes game winning plays. You know, he is a winner. He's gonna do what it takes to win. That's all you want.
who looked like maybe the most polished rookie in this
Oh,
year's
most polished.
class,
Okay.
with averages of 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2 steals. And finally, we have Caleb Wilson, who I am actually labeling as my first official winner of.
First official winner. Okay, Caleb Wilson. Yeah, I mean, I always knew he was good. Before the draft came, I said he should have been in the top three discussion. Yeah, good player. Very skilled, 6'9", 6'10" player, long, athletic, who's improving his off the dribble game every day. Uh, Sky's the limit.
Summer League. Wilson averaged 24.5 points on 51% shooting. He hit 48% of his threes and added 1.5 steals plus 3 blocks per game. And the wildest numbers to me is that he made 7 threes during his entire season at North Carolina as a freshman. And then in his Summer League debut, he made 7 as well. And the shooting he has shown will absolutely unlock everything for him. Defenders can no longer sag off, which gives him cleaner driving lanes and more space to attack closeouts. His mechanics also look smoother and more compact than I thought. And Chicago already knew it was getting an explosive athlete and disruptive defender when they drafted Caleb Wilson. But now, if this jumper is even more respectable than we thought, Wilson has a real chance to become the centerpiece of the Bulls' next era. But my first loser of Summer League is actually the guy drafted.
Oof. The skills there, but obviously the concerns with him are strength, of course. Because it was one clip I saw, he couldn't even get the ball up the court. The ball got tipped to him. They pressed him at half court. He couldn't even get over the court. Like the first play of the game. Um, he's gonna be good in the future. Like I see it. I see it, man. But you know, if you want to call it a loser pick right now, cool. But in the future, he's gonna be good. I feel like he can be good this year. He's gonna have his ups and downs this year for sure. but he could have an overall good year. So would I call this a loser compared to the other picks? Maybe I don't know.
Right behind Caleb Wilson at number 5, and that's Keaton Wagler. Although I am not close to giving up on him yet,
Yeah,
Wagler
yeah,
averaged 15 and
he's
a
a
half
good
points,
player.
but he shot only 34% and struggled to create separation against physical
Yeah,
defenders
he's a
from
good player.
behind in the Summer League. And I think Wagler looks even worse because several guards drafted behind him immediately appeared comfortable in Summer League, and when defenders crowded him, Wagler often had trouble reaching his spots or turning the corner. But I still think there were some positives for him.
Yeah,
He
he's not bad.
defended the ball well, made smart reads, and then erupted for 18 points in the
Yeah,
third
he's not
quarter
that bad.
against
I like
Utah
his
and
game.
outplayed Darren Peterson there. And that stretch showed the shot making and feel that made him a top 5 pick. But I still have him as a loser because other guards around him definitely outplayed him. But the Clippers should still stay patient and keep developing him because the flashes he showed were promising. But maybe the biggest winner we have.
I just watched him a couple minutes ago. He had a game winner against some team. I forgot. I mean, yeah, he's just a solid guard. Solid player. I don't really have too many things I've overanalyzed about him. Just a solid player. He can score the ball. He can create space off the dribble. Has a good pull-up game. I don't have too much to say about him. He's not. He's just solid. He's a typical player. I'm not saying he's average, but he's a good player. That's really all I have.
From Summer League is Braden Burries of the Milwaukee Bucks. And Burries, to me, looked like one of the most NBA-ready rookies
NBA ready?
in Las Vegas. He scored 67 points across 3
Yeah,
different games.
maybe that's why I'm calling him typical because it's like he looked like he was just supposed to be there. He didn't look like it wasn't too special, but it was just like okay, this is good.
Games, shot 50% from the field, 44% from 3, and delivered 12 assists with only 1 turnover. And the level of control he showed was the biggest takeaway for me. Burries never looked rushed, even when defenders pressured him. He stayed balanced, created separation with polished footwork, and made plays both on and off the ball. He also produced 3.5 stocks per game, so this was not just empty scoring. And Milwaukee is now entering a new era without Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Burries has a real opportunity to claim a major role immediately. In his shooting, defense, rebounding, and secondary creation all fit, and he's going to immediately be one of their top players next season and looks capable of competing for first team all rookie honors to me. But my next loser is actually the Milwaukee
Okay.
Bucks' other rookie.
He's another player with a lot of potential, like Wagler. He might have the skill set, but he's just the body, the physicality. But I haven't watched that much of him. But in terms of college, and he's 6'10", trying to play outside the paint. His perimeter game isn't that polished to where he's able to excel too much out there. So I see him as a loser. I feel like this is more of a loser than Wagler for right now. But the potential is there. You can see it.
And that's Nate Ament. And I just needed to see more signs that his upside could translate quickly in this year's Summer League. The 13th pick entered Vegas as a major risk reward prospect, but he totaled only 21 points, 3 assists, and 7 turnovers through his first 3 games. But now, in his fourth game, he did end with 23 points and 6 rebounds in just 23 minutes, but his plus minus was still the worst on the team at -9. And at 6'10", Ament is supposed to offer a rare mix of shooting, passing, and ball handling, and there were definitely flashes, but instead, for the most part of Summer League, he has looked passive, physically underdeveloped, and too easy to move off of his spots. And I think Braden Burries looking ready almost immediately made Ament struggle stand out
Yeah,
even
I get
more to
that.
me.
I
But
could
I
definitely
still
get
think
that.
Nate Ament could develop into a solid player, but from the looks of it, it's just going to take time, and that was always expected. Now, my next winner is actually Dallas rookie.
What I've seen from him, like I said, he's like Boozer a little bit in terms of just making the winning plays. It don't have to be, it don't have to look the best, but it's gonna win you basketball games.
Merez Johnson Jr. And Merez was one of the guys that I thought really needed to take a step forward in the Summer League to prove that he was worthy of the 9th overall pick. But honestly, with his energy and defense production that he showed, he was one of the clearest winners to me. He averaged 18.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 steals, and 3 blocks per game for the Mavericks. And in his debut against his former teammate Yaxel Lendeborg, he exploded for 27 points on 12 of 17 shooting with 8 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Johnson ran the floor, played through contact, and overwhelm smaller front courts with his motor. And he also showed strong timing as a help defender and a soft touch around the rim. And we know Dallas has a crowded front court right now, but injuries and uncertainty could open up minutes as we've seen in the past. And Johnson already knows Dusty May's system, and his rim protection, physicality, and effort that we've seen so far definitely give him a chance to become an immediate fan favorite there in Dallas, and he looks capable of earning a rotation role much sooner than I originally expected. But going back to the losers, like you said,
Loser, A-Day Mara. I'm not sure if this is the worst loser of the summer league or the draft. Not sure yet, but this is definitely a loser. He's a project. Right now, I don't see much potential. Like I see potential in Wagler and Mint. There's not much potential here for right now, for what I'm seeing. Not very coordinated, not conditioned, not really athletic. Um, and not that powers off the dribble. Just not a great prospect right now.
is Ade Mara from Oklahoma City, and this one is more about timeline than the talent that Mara
Yeah,
brings.
yeah, yeah.
OKC
Right.
drafted Mara with a
Exactly.
sneaky pick because a 7'3" center with touch, passing feel, and rim protection upside is definitely worth developing. And in summer league though, Mara looked much less ready than expected for me. He averaged 9 points, only one block, and three
Yeah, he
turnovers
looks
per
horrible.
game. He also appeared winded at times and struggled to
Yeah,
stay
he
healthy
looks
despite
terrible. I'm
his
sorry. He
hardwork
looks
and
awful.
athletic bigs. The passing flashes were definitely still there, but the scoring touch came and went. And Oklahoma City can afford to be patient because this roster is already loaded.
He looks
And Mara is
horrible.
not going to need to play a major role right away, but still, I think the performance in the Summer League showed he may need real development, at least more than I originally thought, for him to be ready to handle NBA pace,
Yeah, I agree.
spacing, and physicality. But another winner of the
What about him? I mean, he was in college. Ironically, he was in college about 4 to 5 years, so he's NBA ready. 6'9", kind of a Swiss Army knife guy. Very versatile competitor. He's one of them guys.
Mara's Michigan teammate, and that's Yaxa Lindeborg from the Golden State Warriors. And Lindeborg is another winner because his game already looks built for an
Yeah,
immediate supporting role with
right.
the Warriors. Through his first 4 Summer League games, including both the California Classic and in Las Vegas, he went 13 of 21 from three at an incredible 62% start. The shooting eventually cooled down, including a 3-point outing against New York, but the larger picture for me is still encouraging. Lindeborg can rebound, he can defend multiple positions, moves the ball extremely well, and has shown the ability to space the floor without needing plays called for him. And that is exactly the type
Yeah,
of
that's
player
exactly
who
what
can
the Warriors
thrive
need.
next to guys like Steph Curry.
Yeah,
And he also handled a rough game against Memphis by still producing 15 points and 9 rebounds. And the Warriors are not going to need him to become a star immediately, but they need
yeah.
a
Look,
reliable
he's a good
anchor with
player. You can tell
size,
with the low handle
agility, and
for
versatility.
sure.
And Lindeborg has already
He
shown
got
he
up
can
right
provide
here.
all three of those
Hey,
through Summer League so far.
yeah, he's a
The
good
next
player.
loser is Jalen.
I've heard from both Bulls fans that they drafted him and they're making him play point guard, so that's why he's playing that. That's why he's playing the way he is. I'm not sure in terms of that. I just think he obviously he can improve. Improve. It might be a rough patch right now for him, especially if he is playing a different position. I heard he's 6'8" with some of the best ball handling someone's seen at that size. So, but it didn't seem like in the summer league. So I'm not very sure about this kid. Is it shooting? Is it confidence? It could just be all that combined. It's just summer league, so who knows? Much different at Texas though.
Jalen Swain from the Chicago Bulls, and Swain is a loser because the one concern surrounding his game has become
Shooting?
impossible to ignore here
What
in
is it?
Summer League. Chicago gave him more on-ball responsibility, but he has shot just 4 of 31 from the field and missed
Oof.
all 7 of his three-point attempts. He is averaging only 4.5 points in 28 minutes per game for the Bulls, and Swain was known as being a strong self-creator at Texas last year, yet that skill has not translated
Oof.
against the length and defensive pressure he has seen in Summer League. And the Bulls still have reasons to stay patient, as Swain has a lot of upside with the way he can handle his defense and create advantages when he's able to get downhill. But without a dependable jumper,
Oh,
we've seen
jumper.
defenders go under screens and crowd his driving
Okay, a
lanes.
jumper.
And the contrast with how Caleb Wilson has performed in Summer League has made his struggles look even worse to me. But one guy who hasn't
Yes,
stepped up
yes,
is
yes, yes, yes. Hey man, he's the guy. He's the guy. Shooter, He's a shooter. I was watching the game with my dad the other day. He moves without the ball very well. He's a shooter, confidence, competitor. You know, real deal player. And he can produce right now. He don't have to be a star. He don't need the ball in his hands to be good. And I'm excited for that pick.
Summer League is Cameron Carr, and he's another one of my winners because he looked like the exact type of wing the Lakers needed to find. He has averaged 18.5 points in his 3 Las Vegas appearances and scored 23 in a win over the Clippers. But I think what he showed specifically at the California Classic is what makes him such a big winner to me. The jumper has looked smooth and comfortable from all over the floor, and even more importantly, Carr has not played like a one-dimensional scorer. He's competed defensively and recorded at least one block in 4 of his 6 summer league games. And
I
combined with
hate
his
all
length
these
of
stat
foot,
heads, man.
size,
No,
and
that doesn't
shooting,
mean if
he
you got
can
to
go
steal or got to
with Luka
block,
Doncic
bro.
and Austin Reeves, and Carr gives
Bro,
them
I gotta change this
comparisons that
basketball
hasn't really
narrative out
changed
here,
per
bro.
minutes from the beginning of the season. But my next loser is Anthony
I
Edwards.
just heard he's just missing shots. I gotta watch more. I don't know.
Isaiah Evans because a shooter cannot go through Summer League without making shots and avoid concern. Evans opened Las Vegas by going 2 of 23 from the field and 0 of 15 from 3, which hurt because his value is built so much around perimeter scoring. At Duke, he expanded from a catch and shoot specialist into a legitimate second option behind Cameron Boozer with the Blue Devils, and I truly thought Minnesota had found a steal in the second round when they drafted him. But the good news is that he bounced back a bit in Minnesota's game against the Pacers, finishing with 22 points and hitting 4 threes, but his efficiency was still not the best as he went 4 of 15 from deep in that game, and Minnesota should definitely stay
Whoa, 4 of 15 from three? 15 threes attempted? Okay.
patient as this is only Summer League, but he has not strengthened his case
I
as a
might have to
contributor
look
to
that
a
up.
role off the bench immediately for the Timberwolves like I thought. But maybe the biggest win of the
Very weird player. Weird jumper, weird movement, but he gets it done. He's a scorer. A lot of confidence for this guy. He can score the ball in a variety of ways. Crafty, athletic. I don't think he's that athletic. I don't know. But yeah, he's a good player.
the entire NBA Summer League was Malik Thomas from the Cleveland Cavaliers because the second round guard led Las Vegas in scoring with 28.5 points per game while shooting 50% from the field, 46% from three, and 100% from the free throw line. He is also averaging 4.5 assists, less than 2 turnovers per game, and 2.5 steals. And the production he has showed is more than just a microwave scorer that a lot of people thought he was. Thomas created for his teammates. He's shown the ability to
Yeah,
pace the
he got
ball
a
and
weird
plays
shot.
with the confidence of a
Just
first
so
round
it's
pick.
kind of like I'm not
But
gonna say that,
this
but his
is the
movement is
big
kind of
news
weird.
because so much of its payroll
I was gonna
stems
say he
from
moved
stars
like
like Dalvin Mitchell,
Halliburton, but
JT,
that's
and Evan
disrespectful.
Mobley. And from what we've seen, I think Thomas has a real path to a role off the bench for the Cavaliers. And based on Summer League so far, I think the Cavs may have found one of the best value picks in the entire draft this year. Over 100.
Wow, a loser can. Wow, wow, Cody Williams a loser in the summer league? I'm not trolling. I'm being serious. He really a loser in the summer league? Hey man, I'm about to see.
NBA games played should look above Summer League competition, but instead, the former 10th overall pick finished scoreless in 23 minutes against the Clippers and has not separated himself from the younger prospects we have seen. And I was excited to see Williams in Las Vegas after the flashes I saw in the Salt Lake City Summer League, but he has just not lived up to what I thought he would be. Utah's roster is crowded with young players who need
Hmm.
minutes, and
I don't got.
Williams has
I
not
don't.
secured
I
his
mean,
place there, and that's why he's
he
struggling
got
so
drafted 3 years
offensively.
ago, bro. If
But
he's
he
still
has not
struggling at
found
this
his
point,
all-star
bro,
potential anymore,
you
and
know,
he needs to
I don't have
develop
to talk about
consistently,
him.
speak with confidence, and show how he can
It's
make
been
your
three
roster
years,
without
man. It's
disappearing
been
when the
three
ball
years.
gets going. And Summer League was supposed to be his chance to demonstrate that, and instead, I think he created more uncertainty around him. Now, Williams definitely still has a bit more time to develop, but I think with all the mouths they have to feed there in Utah
Yeah,
now,
he
the
gone.
Cavs are going to struggle to
He gone.
justify regular season minutes unless his production becomes
Yeah.
more dependable. And my last winner from Summer League is Bruce Thornton from the
Bruce Thornton.
Rockets. And I'll admit it, I did not like this pick for the Rockets initially, but from what he has shown so far,
Um, I mean, yes, yeah, okay. Bruce Thornton, 4-year player, Ohio State, runs the offense well. Very poised. I've been knowing this dude for a long time. Not like knowing him personally, but knowing his game, especially growing up in the Pacific area. But Poised player, 4-year player is gonna be a leader. They're gonna be competitive. They're gonna be poised. They're gonna try to win every game, man.
He is definitely changing my mind. Thornton was the 31st pick in this year's draft and is averaging 21.5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals across 4 games in the Summer League, while also shooting 44% from 3. And so far, he has shown the ability to get to his spots, make quick decisions, and compete defensively. And I know Houston's backcourt is crowded right now, so we may see him in the G League a decent bit this upcoming season. But I still think his skill set fits what Ime Udoka values, and that's someone who can pressure the ball, play with or without another creator on the floor, and punish defenses for leaving him open. And right now, Thornton looks like a second-round pick who could become useful much sooner than I originally expected. And my final loser has to be Drake Powell from the Brooklyn Nets because the second-year first-round pick is having one of the worst summer leagues of all time. Powell opened the event by making only one of his first 28 shots and missing all 14 of his three-point attempts, and then he finally broke through with 18 points on 60% shooting against Sacramento, including 4 made threes in that one, but then followed it up with 6 points on 1 of 6 shooting in his next game. And the misses are not the only concern to me. Powell also failed to make a consistent impact as a defender, rebounder, or cutter when his jumper disappeared, and Brooklyn gave him 21 minutes per game as a rookie, so this summer was supposed to show a lot of progress, but instead, I think it's exposed how dependent his value remains on his scoring, and the biggest takeaway I have from it is that he must be able to influence games even when the shot isn't falling. But that wraps it up for my biggest winner.
It's a good little video, man. Yeah, so those are his winners and losers of the summer league. I made my opinion on it. You know, that's that was it for the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Man.